Right dudes, this is a bit of a spare at the moment, but I couldn't not show you this. We've got a 1998 ZR250 inline 4. What? How do you even start this thing? Holy moly, this thing is nuts. Can you believe this thing revs to 20,000 RPM? As far as I'm aware, I've done no research on this because this is spare at the moment, but I was told that this is one of the only bikes of this era that will rev until 20,000. 1998, the good days, before everybody got soft. Look at this thing. Right, it's 250 cc's, come on. Oh wow. It's exactly what I remember of these little 250s. Listen to it. And I was told that the throttle bodies might stick a little bit. And shout out my MT-09 in front doing wheelies. Nice wheelie, sir. Okay, just before we jump into absolutely sending this RPM needle to oblivion. Oh, that's addictive. I suppose I might as well just turn this into a little bit of a review. Not like it's going to be full-fledged, as I said, I'm winging this. I haven't done any research on the specs of this bike, other than I know the pistons are about yay big, and there's 4 of them. But for a 1998 bike, they just don't make them like they used to. The fun factor that you get out of these bikes, it's just, I don't know man, the refinement of nowadays has kind of taken the magic away from the idiocy of something like this. But I think this is the green light, dudes. I think we got the fun twisties, so let's peel this thing out a little bit and see what it does. If I scrape pegs, I scrape pegs. There is no need for this little dude to sound like this. Ready? The hell, man? Oh yeah, this is an absolute screamer of an engine. I'm going to avoid any bumps and things like that because this thing doesn't have any traction control or ABS. It's very old school. And as we said at the beginning, we may or may not lose a wheel depending on how well this bike's been maintained over the years. The downshifts are just so nice. It feels like you're literally on like 1,000 cc. This bike does feel super nice, I can't lie. And just a random caveat just to throw in there, Sebastian up front, who owns this bike, is a bike mechanic. He opened this whole thing up, cameraed the whole engine just to see if the kilometers matched up, because I think this has only got 16,000 kilometers. So 16,000 kilometers since 1998 isn't bad if you ask me. And according to him, the inside of this engine looks pristine, and he did a compression test. I can't remember the numbers because, to be honest, I've already forgot. But basically, I think it's only lost like 4 PSI, is that how it works? Whatever it's lost, it's basically next to nothing. So I think he's found a gem of a motor here in this ZR250 for sure. And I'm very jealous that he gets one of these and I don't. Even down to the paintwork, like. And as with any inline 4, this thing is so smooth. Like, this is way smoother than any modern, like, twin cylinder bike by far. Whee! I can't get over the sound of this thing. It takes a second because in my head it feels like it has more power than it does, so I'm expecting the back wheel to just completely fly out underneath me with the RPMs being so high. But it's actually quite manageable being a 250. I can see the gauges are pretty messed up. They do tend to jump around a little bit. I can only really go off what I feel in terms of the RPMs in some ways. Oh man, I think we've lost. Camera 1 is down. Rest in peace, camera. I think the battery's died. I don't know how, I just put a new one in this morning, but we'll figure that out later. Look how much I have to twist the throttle for it to actually do something. This is the perfect bike. Like, with nowadays speed cameras and camera cars and cops being everywhere, this ticks all the boxes of making you feel like you're going fast without instantaneously breaking speed barriers. And roads just get slower and slower on that note. That used to be 80 and they've just recently dropped it down to 60. Don't know why. It was never a problem before. And just while we're on this ZR250, if anybody's watching this video because they used to own one of these bikes, please let me know in the comments what it was like when they first came out. Like, were these like a bike that held street cred? Did people know about them, or were they just like another bog standard 250 back then? Because I know back in the day, bikes used to be a little bit more crazy. And I'm not too sure off the top of my head if inline 4s were just the norm for smaller CC bikes, or was it a novelty like it is today? But I'm very interested to know what you guys think and to hear your thoughts and comments on the ZR250. Would you own one? And do you think more manufacturers should jump into the 250cc inline 4 market and hopefully bring in some naked variants? And just touching on the manufacturers bringing in more 250s like this nowadays, I know Kawasaki did it recently. I don't think they took off as much as I thought they were going to, but I can only imagine an engine like this modernized in a modern frame, in a lighter frame, would be so fun. I think if more of these come out, I'd definitely buy one for sure. Like, I actually have more fun on something like this than probably many other bikes I've ever ridden before, and I've ridden a lot of bikes. I love it, man. He knows exactly what's going on. You'll see in a second, this whole side of the road has just slipped off into nowhere. So you see what I mean? They're repairing the road. So this used to go way out there and the whole road has just slipped way down that mountainside. Incredible. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for this. How can I only be doing, let's say 60 kilometers an hour? Feels like I'm doing 140 on 1000cc. I'd never get bored of this. And I'm only just starting to get comfortable now with the feel of the bike. And I must say, it's very nimble. The wheels haven't fallen off yet, thankfully. But for a bike of this era, it's pretty easy to chuck around. And as I said with that seat, it's so comfortable. I could easily do like a full day ride on this over my Supermoto, for example, of course. Or probably over the MT-09. Maybe the lack of power might get a bit tedious on highways, but in terms of comfort, this is way more comfortable than that. Barely catching up with the car in front. Right, this is it, dudes. This is what dreams are made of. What the? Get me one of these things today, ASAP. I need a second. I need a minute. I don't know how to explain to anybody what it's like to hit 20,000 RPM. I don't know if I got that close, I might even got to 18. But let me just tell you, the pitch of that engine went stratospheric, if that's even the word I'm trying to think of. I think we can give it one more. What do you reckon? Lads, let's go park this thing up. Oh, that was a pleasant experience. I'll definitely get a chance to take this out again soon, dude. So anything I've missed in this video, just let me know. I know it was a bit of a slapdash one. I didn't really expect to film and my brain's not really running full power. But for sure, we will be taking this out again. I just thought I'd come down here just to end the video on a nice little quiet street. It's a bit too manic up there with everybody doing wheelies. Let me just give this a quick rev for you dudes. I hope you can hear it chugging away in the background. That's the thing of beauty. Let me know if you've got any experience with this ZR250 or anything alike this bike. I'm obsessed with these little 250s now. I've ridden one before, but never really to this extent. But with that being said, dudes, like I said, this was a very spur of the moment video. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I got to share something different with you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Every bit of engagement helps this channel. And hopefully the next video lives up to the hype of what you expect from this channel. Anyway, stay safe, stay shiny side up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.